Я не совсем понимаю. Мой адрес Недомини, улица 01010101010101010101010101.
That's creepy. Here, let me make the creepy connection for you.
The McDonald's Corporation just had an ad come out a few months ago that they're looking into research and development in a technology that will afford them the ability to pump their commercials into your brain while you're sleeping. You think that they figured this out or some other company figured it out first? You think if they're going to have this available to them next year, you think that there weren't agencies that have been wielding this for a decade or so?
You're 100. Is there any? Where can I read about this?
It's immediately available on the internet that McDonald's put this out there.
McDonald's
Corporation is looking into putting commercials into our brains while we're sleeping.
And we can look that up.
Absolutely.
I gotta look that up.
Understood.
I've not heard of that.
Understood. But now imagine if they can do that next year.
I'm with you.
Who's been doing it for the last decade or so?
I'm with you.
Right?
100% with you.
So now when we look around the world and we see everybody acting the way that they are acting, let's consider that these intrusive thoughts have already been present. What do we do about this? These are the weapons of war contemporarily. It's very unfortunate, but it used to be that war was a bit more noble when we selected people, we put them in uniforms, we sent them over there to the battlefield, and we said, fight for us. And effectively, that would have been an act of attrition of each nation's resources until there was a victor.
Spiritual war has never been noble. Rock with me right quick. Whatever the serpent or whatever it was, whatever he said to Eve and Adam to get them to bite the apple, or whatever it was, he lied to them. Lies are never noble. The spiritual war has never been noble. So you can't expect for the devil to do something that's above board to trick you into the fire. You not just going with a bitch with horns and red skin and a tail. No, this bitch gotta look beautiful. The devil didn't go to Adam because he already knew. She had to go to Eve and trick her. He must have said something like, oh, Eve, you look so good today. Man, your lips are so red, just like this apple. Here, you should take a bite of it. You don't gotta eat all of it, just take a bite. Now, Adam fucked up because he was supposed to say, God, this bitch is wildin'. Get the fuck away from me. But instead, Adam, being weak, like all of us men are weak, he was like, I'll take a bite. Christians say it's Eve's fault. Muslims say both of you did it, so it's both of your fault. That's logic. But the bottom line is, the spiritual war has never been fair and above board. So of course, they're gonna do whatever they could do to trick you. Dude, the Antichrist is still coming out. It's not nothing for you to be scared of. It really should strengthen your faith. You'd be like, oh snap, wow, there really is a God. You guys knew about this? Because nothing Nostradamus said has come true. How many of you Christians knew that Mary was 12 years old when she got pregnant with Jesus? Maybe that's why they lied to you and they depict Mary as a grown woman opposed to a 12-year-old in all of her pictures. I've never seen a picture of Mary looking even like a teenager. Interesting. And you gotta know, that's a part of the spiritual war.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh, bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Easy decision. These bitches is going on Monday. PS gonna be with you till the PS6 come out. Hey guys, this is just a clip from the movie Demolition Man that came out actually in 1993 that I was using in my other video to emphasize the franchise wars. You know, when the guy said
$30?
and he was talking about how the fast food was so expensive, and even Taco Bell has the nerve to be expensive also. Well, this was the predictive programming I was talking about in the video. You see the car right here? Don't our electric cars look like this now? This movie was over 30 years old. So they're in the car talking about Taco Bell winning the franchise wars. I can't play the audio, but you can see it here. And in the clip, she says Taco Bell was the only restaurant to survive the franchise wars. I guess they were foreshadowing that all of the fast food places would charge exorbitant amounts of money that nobody wants to pay. And so everybody went out of business, and Taco Bell is the only place that's left in this dystopian future of the Demolition Man world.
Now all restaurants are Taco Bell.
No way.
Yes way.
Jim. Hi. Ready to go food shopping? Did you bring a list? No, that's okay. I know what you like, don't worry. So Jim's wife is out of town, so I took it upon myself to help him food shop. He hurt his foot the other day, so one coworker to next. I have to help him out, right? That's jelly.
If my wife knew I had a work wife, she'll say, oh, well, she's cute. Well, what is she trying to do? What do you mean, what is she trying to do? Well, is this bitch trying to be down, or does she just want attention? I don't know. Oh, we'll invite her over for dinner. If she was like, then my wife would say, oh, this bitch is she wants free attention from you. Don't give her your free, fuck this fucking bitch. And I would ask my wife, well, what do you mean she just wants free attention from me? She's like, we run on attention as women. It's like crack. That's why these bitches are ridiculous talking about get rid of all men. That's ugly, lonely bitches that nobody wants anyway. You gotta protect yourself, men.
Sweet black jelly. It's like hanging out with a best friend, and I love it. I told my husband, I'm going to help someone.
No, bitch, I don't need to be your best friend. Your husband needs to be your... What the fuck am I your best friend for, bitch? Why are you married to this nigga then?
He was like, wow, you're so nice. And I was like, I know. I'm a thoughtful person. What kind of vegetables do you want, babe? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I go food shopping with my husband every week, and I call him babe. Oh, it's so bad. How embarrassing.
Cap. A woman would see that and be like, look at this fucking bitch.
Oh my god, there she comes. She looks so cute with the short hair. I love her so much. We're gonna have a great day.
It's the problem with these niggas, man. Oh, I love her so much. Keep that to yourself, you bitch ass nigga. God damn, she knows you love her, or else why would you be with her?
You ever have a friend that just has a ginormous, thick, juicy dump truck ass? Like a glorious big old butt, and they just won't use it? Like they just refuse to use it, whether they don't know how or they just won't even try? Girl, if you don't brook off your back right now for the people, so many of us have the know but not the equipment. And I feel like God gave you these assets, and you're gonna tell me that you're not even gonna try to toot that thing up, drop it and reverse it? You're not even gonna try. God would not give you all that if he didn't want you to throw it in a circle every once in a while. We're rooting for you. We are all rooting for you. At least try once in a blue.
That was such an impassioned speech. She's hurting inside. She'd probably be like, look at that huge badunky. And it's just there? You're not doing anything with it? How dare you? What gives you the right? We need more women like this in the world. This woman's a fucking national treasure. God damn it, I'm following her right now. Oh shit, you see? I didn't even know she had 1 million subs. 1.1 and 1.
Tom Brady has accepted that Giselle, her last name is a nightmare. Giselle's relationship with jiu-jitsu instructor started several years ago. Oh, I got a question. I know I fuck around in here a lot, but I'm serious about this. What do you gotta do to be safe out here? This man was 7-time world champion, greatest of all time. No question, the greatest of all time. His chick was still out here wilding.
You gotta not care, and that's what this generation of men don't understand. If you put the Most High above your woman would respect that, and she would just stay around. Because you're indispensable. Your faith in the Creator is irreplaceable. She is replaceable. Look at Job. His wife was like, yo, nigga, what the fuck? You ought to curse your Lord. And he was like, fuck you, bitch. God gave him a better wife. Your Creator is not replaceable. Your woman, she is. Oddly enough, fellas, when you walk like that, that makes the woman respect you more. I don't know, man. That's just the way God created them. These men, once they was like, you know what? The Most High is what I'm worried about. They had to start beating bitches away.
Got them propped up in our ancient places like the Grand Canyon where our ancient cities are and things like that. And you're talking about it's understandable?
Yeah, it's free energy, bro. I understand what you're saying. I got the whole concept of the whole, like, where you're going at it. But
no, I'm saying, can you pronounce this word? Can you pronounce a word for me? Say yes.
Yes.
Say Kenaninigan.
Kenaninigan.
Say Kenaninigan.
Kenaninigan.
Say Kenaninigan.
Okay, I'll say it one more time. Kenaninigan. That's it? Ooh.
Say Right, I know. We know who you are. Say it. That's why you know who I am. Say it. Say it. Kinaninikin.
Kinaninikin.
Say it properly now. Say it properly now.
Right.
Say it properly now. Pronounce it properly.
Alright. Ready?
Kinaninikin.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Go ahead. I'll say it again, right? Kinaninikin.
Oh my God!
I don't know. He looked pretty scared. Was his ex-boyfriend on the live stream and he just recognized him? I don't know about that one.
Okay, you guys, here is every detail known so far in the Trinity Pogue case. If you don't know about what she did, well, just a few months ago, she was a pageant winner and a successful college student and had a really bright future ahead of her. But now she's probably going to spend the rest of her life wearing an orange jumpsuit because she unalived her boyfriend's baby. Now, she was a student and lived on campus at Georgia Southwestern State University, which is where it happened on January 14th. So her boyfriend, the baby's dad, left the campus for about 38 to 39 minutes to go grab a pizza and run to the store. And when he came back, she was hollering his name while holding the baby and crying. He was unresponsive, had blood on him, so they rushed him to the hospital where he coded 3 times. If you don't know what that means he went to cardiac arrest, they were doing CPR, and the whole works. Each time they would get him back, he'd be on a ventilator, a series of medications, and at one point they apparently talked about transferring him to Atlanta for a higher level of care via airlift, but they said there was just no way he was going to be able to make it there, and he ended up coding again, and he lost his little life. This is the baby. His name's Jackson. As you can see, he is absolutely adorable, and this hasn't been officially released, but according to sources, the causes of his death were several skull fractures, a brain bleed, and he even had blood down in his lungs. Now, the same day it happened, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations was asked to assist with investigating this case. They conducted many interviews, spoke to several witnesses, and ultimately they gathered enough information and evidence that they arrested Trinity Pogue.
When you see someone like the Pope and he's got the staff with the pine cone on it, not only is that interesting, but he's wearing a mitre hat. That hat he wears is the same hat that the Nomo and Awanas wore in that symbolic way to show their influences to those civilizations. So think about how bizarre that is. We're told that all this stuff is fantasy and a myth, the Anunnaki and these influences of beings and creating these civilizations and all this stuff. None of it's real, and yet the highest of our religious establishments has a pine cone on their staff and the hat worn by one of the ancient influencers of those cultures. The key to all ascension is simply balance and knowledge. The knowledge of balance and the knowledge.
I really like how he called these guys influencers. That's what Jesus was. He was an influencer. And he had a bunch of haters in his comments, you know, the Romans, and then you even had some of the Jews that was like, man, fuck this nigga, man, bummy motherfucker. I'm not faulting the Jews. They was like, he ain't fresh. Where's his drip? What the fuck is a G? Man, I'll slap the shit out of you right now. Get the fuck out of here, man. Look at this nigga walk around looking like a surfer. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. The Jews was like, miracles? It'll be a miracle if you could find some shoes, bitch. Ancient influencers. I like that. Speaking of, so was Paul the Apostle. I mean, he didn't even know Jesus. He just told people. I was hanging out. No. What does the story say? Paul was telling his story about how he transformed from Saul to Paul, but nobody else saw it. So we just have to believe this Roman's word. He was a Jewish Roman. Kinda sounds like a conflict of interest, but maybe it's not, because love conquers all. The love of Jesus. It's just like, but Jesus didn't know you though. The actual Paul, yeah, we know he was running with Jesus, but you, Paul the Apostle? That's what I'm saying. You ask me, I just think Paul the Apostle was the first Joel Osteen. Jimmy Swaggart, Creflo Dollar, if you will.
Is it a red flag or is it a green flag? She wants 50k meher.
Red flag.
Why is it a red flag?
It's a red flag because it's not a material deal. You don't buy and sell people. It's you would end up giving her much more than that in essence. But when it's demanded, it makes it a bit cheap in my eyes. Wallahu a'lam. The Prophet ﷺ says the best of the marriages are those that have the least of expenses.
Proverbs 21:9 says, it's better to live alone on the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home.
Okay, that's for all the women out there asking 50K.
No, you can ask for 100K, by the way, but it's not like it's haram.
Editing Adonis here. Haram means sinful. For those of you who don't know that much about Muslims and whatever they do. So it's not sinful for a woman to ask for 100,000 in bridal money. Yeah, the Muslims believe that you have to give the woman some money that's just hers as a bridal gift. Yeah, so it's not sinful for her to ask for that as far as what the Muslims believe.
But I wouldn't recommend it at all, yeah?
By the way, that guy with the white, Nicki Minaj follows him. I gotta keep it 100. I saw that and I started following him too. So his name is Mufti Minks. And the fact that she followed him was like, ugh.
Alhamdulillah, if someone wants to follow you or me or anyone in order to learn a thing or two, not everyone who follows you agrees with you. Some people follow you because they disagree with you and they just want to see what you do. So the foolish are those who think that when someone follows someone, they agree with everything they say or do. I've seen people from opposite countries who are at war with each other follow each other simply because they want to know from the horse's mouth what is being said and so on. So in this particular case, whatever the reason is, big deal, subhanallah. I'm happy and inshallah I pray that it's a means of goodness for everyone and a means of guidance for one and all. Inshallah, why not? You know, we wish goodness for humanity at large. I have no authority over people. All I can do is present the goodness in a beautiful way. And if people are benefiting from it, I thank Allah. And if people are not benefiting from it, I'm sure they can benefit from others even more than they can benefit from me. I'm not the only guy on earth. And this is why if you don't want to follow, don't follow. You're supposed to be following Qala Allahu wa Qala Rasul and not me in particular. If I were to guide you towards Qala Allahu wa Qala Rasul, alhamdulillah, it's a good thing. And if I don't do that, then it's a bad thing. So sometimes I might word things in a different way, but if you study deeply, it's all the same. If you study deeply, it's all the same. It's all from Allah and His Messenger. May peace be upon him. So remember, my brothers and sisters, don't let curiosity kill the cat. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. I don't know. I mean, I do know a little bit of a fine detail, but sometimes, let me explain. If you come to me with something, and you want help for something, or perhaps you need guidance on something, or you're getting guidance for something from me. Part of the professional side of a person should be that they don't discuss people's private issues with others, because that's when there is a big letdown. Religious personnel sometimes do that, and they discuss people's personal problems with others, and this is the reason why nobody trusts some of them. Now, for me, I wouldn't give you any detail if I know that you would know exactly who I'm talking about. I wouldn't. And this is why I say, don't worry, just make dua. It's been for a long time. I know that someone has just found out now. I knew since August last year, the end of July last year, when it all happened, subhanallah. So alhamdulillah, may Allah guide one and all. I'm thinking to myself, people are passing so many comments. Some of them are good and some of them are nasty. We're worried about the guidance of someone else when we're not worried about our own guidance. Yes, we should be worried about the guidance of all, but charity begins at home. Remember that. يا أيها الذين آمنوا عليكم أنفسكم لا يضركم من ضل إذا اهتديتم.
Editing Adonis again. What he's doing is reciting the Quran. Now, this is insane. The Quran is supposed to be sung like this. The insane part about it is what we know with frequencies and all of this. Man, it's just wow. And I just found out about this frequency stuff and kilohertz and mega. I mean, I knew about that doing music, but I didn't know how singing could affect your body, and different frequencies can enter your body without you even knowing. It's insane to know that this is the way. You're not supposed to just read it. I mean, you can read it to yourself, but when you're reciting it out loud, you're supposed to recite it I can just read you a verse from the Bible, but it's literally ingrained in these guys' religion that you have to sing when you're reciting the Quran. And just really quick for those who are new to the channel and like, well, what does this have to do with creepiness? Let's look at the definition of creepy. Causing an unpleasant feeling of fear or unease. The creepy feeling one often gets in a strange house. Frightening, scary, terrifying, hair-raising, spine-chilling. Knowing that 1400 years ago, the singing of the Quran, or as the Muslims call it, the recitation, you're reciting it. Knowing that this is the way the religion was presented from day one, along with what science has found out about frequencies, in addition to what you and I are discovering through these creepy talk videos about frequencies, is a little eerie. It gives me like a scary feeling of, wait a minute, there's something after this simulation? It's a little spine chilling to think, wait, have I been even living my life correctly? It gives me an unpleasant feeling of fear or unease to think, has everything I've learned been a lie? But I'm speaking for myself. I'm not telling you what you should think. I'm not telling you the feelings you should feel. I'm just compiling this stuff and saying, yo, this is creepy to me. Do you agree? Leave it in the comments. If not, leave it in the comments.
O you who believe, be concerned about yourselves. Those who are astray will not harm you if you yourselves are rightly guided. Subhanallah. So may Allah guide us all and may Allah bless everyone with goodness. I thought I'd spend a moment to tell you who's on the minhaj and who's not on the minhaj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
So, I don't even know what to add to that.
They don't got abortion clinics at the border. They're telling us as American women, specifically black American women, we need to abort our children. But if you coming across the border with your baby, oh, come to the land of milk and honey, the great land of opportunity. We'll take care of you. Joe Biden even said, I'll give illegal immigrants coming across the border $400,000 a piece.
Word? I didn't know that. It's time to really consider what I said before. Mira, te quiero. Sí, te quiero. Don't hate black women, because we've been here and you said we're lame.
Can you imagine?
I can imagine. I got a wife, but I know my wife would be like, what? Come on in, Consuela. I know some of you niggas like, nigga, ain't no migrants watching this video right now. You never know, my nigga.
Being a single mom is so freaking hard.
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to tell you. That's what this girl already knows. That's why she ain't trying to just fuck around with this dude. Oh, can I get your number? No, nigga, you cute and everything, but I got some other stuff to do. Single mothers, it's the American way. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for staying this long. Tune in next time because we're going to do it again. All right?